Hey, what is going on, everybody? So today's video is the first that I've been able to do since picking up our new little puppy, Loki the Welsh Corgi, which some of you might have seen both on my YouTube community discussion and on my Discord channel. He has been biting a fair bit of my spare time lately, excuse the dog puns, so that's why I haven't had so much time to do the videos. But today we have a Red Star Orb Opening and unlock of Ghost, the fourth member of the Pym Tech team, so hopefully we'll get some good luck here today in these pulls and can get her ranked up and geared up and maybe eventually get some Dark Dimension gameplay, but we'll probably save that for a separate video. So anyways, without further ado, let's get it started. Alright guys, and so here we are in the orb section of the store. So we're going to be starting off with Red Star Orbs for Ghost. We do have 112 Red Star Orbs, but I do have almost an Elite 4, and I do have 2 Elite 5s, which I think I'm willing to pull for Ghost, because I do want to get as many Red Stars as I possibly can for Ghost, who I think is going to be the star of the Pym Tech team for this patch. So I think we're going to start off with these Elite 5s, then we're going to go back and pull in some of the Red Star Orbs if we need to, and then so on and so forth. So let's get things started here with this Elite 5. Fingers crossed here for some good luck. We did get some. We didn't get that good luck for stature, but we did get a 5 in anti-venom last patch. So let's see if we can replicate that again this time with an Elite 5 Ghost. So let's check this out here. All right, one more spin. Okay, go. It's purple. Oh God, no. And it's an upgrade. Oh boy. Well, that was terrible, but I've been getting really good luck or bad luck with minions, depending on how you want to look at that lately. Okay, 6-star Ghost, 5-star Ghost, let's go. Oh, another pink. Oh, Electra! No way! Oh god, oh, that was awful. Okay, so, well, I guess we're going to be waiting on that hand rework for Electra, and that Kree Noble is not great, and we do get some Elite 6 credits, which I'm not even halfway, so we do get some Elite 5 refunded, but it's, yeah, not so good. So let's go back to the regular Red Star Orbs, where we'll pull some more, and hopefully, you know, we'll get our ways up to a couple of Elite 4s through this, so I'm willing to pull a fair bit to get Ghost, I think. So I don't know how far I'm willing to go down here today, but fingers crossed that we don't have to go too far. So getting some dupes, of course. Almost everything at this point for me is going to be a dupe. So keep all these pulls with a grain of salt. But hopefully, maybe, just maybe, let's go to the Elite 4. That maybe we'll just get... I need to get at least a 4. At least a 4. 5 would be great, but I will take a 4. Pink, 4 Namor, that's definitely a dupe. So we're on our way. We're at 3,000 credits here for another Elite 5, but I think that's probably going to be at least another 2 or 3 Elite 4s. So I don't know if we're going to manage to get to another Elite 5 today or not. I kind of hope not, because that means I pulled a lot of these orbs. But let's keep going. Got a blue. Okay, so we got a 3, so we're not going home with any less than a 3, but I would love a 4. So let's keep going. Let's see if we can get to a 4. That would be really good. Another 2. Okay, so the fact that we're getting her is good. Let's see if we can get some bigger numbers. That would be great. 2 Scarlet Witch. Anything that's not a 4, basically, is going to be a dupe at this point. I do have a lot of Red Star Orbs saved, which I'm really thankful for. We're down to 102, but you know, obviously that's really good. I did really well last patch with the symbiotes. I think I pulled them very early on, and that allowed me to sort of save up these many Red Star Orbs for this patch. So, but let's see. Come on, get some good base. Sometimes you can get some really good luck out of even just these regular orbs. I mean, they're really rare. Oh, 5. That is pretty good for a regular orb, but it's a Kree Cyborg. What's with all these minions, guys, today? That is awful. We're almost on our way to another Elite 4, though. There's another 2 Ghosts, so we're pretty close to a 4. Let's keep going. I mean, we got a lot to pull here. I might pull down to, I don't even know, 60 maybe? Something like that. I'm willing to pull a fair bit here. Alright, we're back to another Elite 4. Thank you, Kree Cyborg, but that's not going to help me too much, unfortunately, where my roster is at. So, let's go. Oh, 4 She-Hulk. That's a Oh, I thought it was a dupe actually, but no, apparently not. Alright, so that's an upgrade, I guess, which kind of sucks because that means I need more to get to the Elite 5 now. I need 1750. So I think what I'm going to do, actually, I don't normally do this. I'm going to go and buy some Elite 4 credits out of my war store here, just so we can get it a bit further along. And then we'll go back to this, and now we don't need as many. Now, I don't know when the Stark Tech is going to get upgraded, so I'm hoping it's not too soon. Let's go back to pulling some more of these. I really would love to get to another Elite 5, but I don't know if that's going to happen here. Looks like this Red Star segment is going to take a little bit longer than some videos. It's a lot of Red Stars that we're pulling today. I really want to get that 4. I really want to get a 4. I'll take it. I'll take more, of course, but I haven't had... This is, I guess, some of the last patch's luck coming out to bite me now, unfortunately. Not getting... We're seeing a lot of dry pulls here. A lot of greens. We did get that 5. Maybe our luck dried up after that. One more for... Oh! Ooh! Oh... 4 dupe. Okay. Now, can we get an upsell here? Can we go from a 4 to a 5? Come on. Ooh, pink. Oh, Carnage. That's definitely a dupe. One more Elite 4 dupe would get us to a 5. And then if it keeps being really bad, we're at 84. We can get another Elite 4, I think, out of this. Alright, and it might go faster, actually, if we get some higher dupes. 10 3s would get us an Elite 4. Oh, boy. Oh, another 2. So we've definitely seen her like 4, maybe 5 times now, but just not the pulls we're looking for. I mean, she is a kit character, you know, she has percent drain, but I think 4 would really cement her survivability. 4 is where I try to get a lot of new characters that I'm going to use. So, you know, these 3s are fine, but I would really like a 4. That being said, you know, if we get really, really unlucky here today, we can always just upgrade her when she goes into the Elite store, I guess, and I can do that. I do have silver promotion credits available to do that, but, you know, obviously I would love to just pull her 4 out of the gate, but we're using so many Red Star Orbs here. Oh, could we get a 4? 4! Oh, come on. Miss Marvel, that's a dupe. Okay, so we're gonna get to the Elite 4 orb here, and then we might get to a 5, and then after that, I think I might have to call it. Looks like the luck is not on our side today on the orbs, but maybe it is. Definitely not, but that does recycle into a 5. So this is our 3rd Elite 5 of the day for Ghost, and I think this might be the last orb. Let's fingers crossed. Come on, come on, give me that 5. Give me that 5 or more. Oh, Doc Ock, and I just bought him too. I just bought him yesterday from the Elite store. That's super frustrating. We're halfway to an Elite 6. God, guys, I'm gonna pull down to 60. Maybe one more Elite 4, but... Oh, will this be it? Oh my god! We did it! We did it. We did it. We got it. Okay. I was about to throw in the towel, and I'm really glad I didn't. So, I don't know what we started at. I think we pulled 40 orbs and whatever associated Elite 5s and 4s. So that was a fair bit this time around. But we did it. We got the 4 red. I'm fine with that. We'll call it there. So we're going to move on from this to opening some orbs for Ghost to get her unlocked. Alright, so today is going to be the opening for Ghost is going to be completely with power cores. I'm not actually buying the offer. As you guys might know, I have a huge power core stash, which I was trying to spend on some of the other previous characters from last patch, but I didn't actually manage to. And of course, with the event characters, you can't actually do that. So for Stature, I wasn't able to do that. And for Scream last patch, I wasn't able to do that either. So this time, we're going to be completely pulling the quantum, whatever this orb is called, the Quantum Snare Orb, I think it is, which is the orbs that are available for pulling if they are a Blitz character. Now, Ghost is going to be a Blitz character in about 2 weeks' time, and so they are available for 665 cores. Now, I wouldn't normally recommend this to people because she is a 100 shard unlock, which means it's going to be a lot of pulls potentially, unless I get some really good luck. So at a bare minimum, since 6 is the minimum drop, we could potentially be pulling 16.5 orbs or so, which is a lot of power cores, something around 10,000 power cores. Now I'm hoping that my luck is a bit better than that and we don't have to do that. So let's start this orb opening here, and hopefully we don't have to blow all of my cores to get her unlocked. But I am doing this completely free to play for me because I get all these cores from Arena, so I'm not having to spend my money, which I can't really afford after getting the dog. So fingers crossed we get some better luck here. So let's start this, let's get this rolling here. Got a blue, 20 shards. That is a great start, everyone. That's basically equivalent to 3 orbs at 6 pulls, so this is really good. So this is going to save me already probably about 1,500 cores just from that pull alone. So let's keep this orb opening luck going. Of course we're going to get a green, but we got an 8, so that's better than a 6. So that's 28 out of 2 orbs. That's pretty good. So let's see what we end up with. Another blue and a 12. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's 40 from 3 orbs. Come on. Save me from all that, those red Star Orb luck, which took me forever to get. That 4 pull. Let's go one more. Another green. Another 8. We haven't hit a 6 yet, but now I just jinxed myself by saying that. So that's 5 orbs, right? So let's see. Can we get a green? We get an 8. Another 8. I feel like this is the Price is Right when pulling these orbs. Come on. Big money, big money. Wait, that's the wrong game. That's Family Feud. We did get a 6, unfortunately. One more. I need to keep track of how many we have so I don't overpull. We got another green and another 8. So what are we at now? 78. So we're almost there. Just a couple more to go, probably. And let's see. Another green, unfortunately. Another 6. So we're at 84. So we could possibly have to pull 3 or 2 8s or something better. Come on. 8, 8, 8. Oh, damn it. So we're at 90 now. So at a minimum, we need 2 more orbs. Come on. Can we get in this last one? Oh, we got a blue. Oh, we got a 20. Okay, that's great. So that's 110. We're going to be stopping there. That's, ooh, I had 16,000 cores, I think. 16.6 maybe. So that was about 7,000 power cores or so. That's not too bad considering I did originally estimate around 10,000 bare minimum. So we actually got away fairly decent. So that's not too bad. So anyone who is looking to pull 100 shard characters for free that way, keep in mind it's going to be a lot of cores, but anywhere, obviously it's luck dependent, but no more than 10,000 cores or so. So keep that in mind if you're trying to do something like I'm doing. So that is Ghost unlocked. Let's get Ghost here recruited for the team at a 3-star level. I do like the model. The model is very cool. So we are getting Ghost here at 3. We do have 4, but unfortunately not yet until the Blitz comes around. So, of course, what we're going to do now is we're going to take a break, or I'm taking a break here, while I gear her up, rank her up, level her up, and give her some ISOs, and we'll be back to talk about her. Alright everyone, so we are back here, and I have taken up Ghost a bit higher than I would normally for most new characters, as you can see. So we took Ghost all the way up to a whopping gear tier 14, level 75, 6674. I also gave her Fortifier level 3 ISO class, and we'll go over that slowly why. So let's start off with the kit though. Intangible Strike, Ghost's basic attack here. So it does 250% damage at level 6, but it does reduce speed bar by 25%. Now, this isn't worthy of T4s in my opinion because it's just flat damage unless somehow down the line you get 7 red stars. That's the only way I would recommend people into, doing just damage things, because that's usually not enough to convince you to do T4s. So, Fatal Flux Ghost Special, apply to random, this is, before I start, sorry, it is available on turn 1. It has a cooldown of 4 as well, so that's not too bad. Apply 2 random negative effects to the primary target, transfer 1 positive effect from them to you or to Ghost, excluding taunt, and it attacks primary target for 270% damage. This gains 2,000 extra focus plus 2,000 per Pym Tech ally. Now, which means basically it probably can be resisted, so keep that in mind as well. I haven't done this for a T4 either because it's just damage. So again, same thing applies. So unless you have like 6 or 7 red stars on this character and activated, I don't normally recommend abilities that's just flat damage. Moving on, of course, Quantum Explosion. This is why we all want Ghost. So this is really important here. This is her ultimate, again, on a 5 ability cooldown, which isn't that high. It does start at 3 out of 5, though, which basically means it's a turn 2. So when she takes her turn, it's going to go 4 to 5, basically. So you'll have to wait another turn to use it. Attack all enemies for 350% damage. This is at level 7, plus prolong all negative effects on each target by 1. Steal 15% health from all enemies and redistribute to all Pym Tech allies. Now, this is really important, and why she's so good and useful for Dark Dimension is this. It's kind of the steal health mechanic. This is very similar to Minerva's health steal on her ultimate as well, which does 15%. So in this case, it only heals, I guess, herself and other Pym Tech allies, so it's not going to heal the rest of the team just like Minerva's does. So it's not as powerful, in my opinion, as Minerva. But you know, if you were to use the full Pym Tech team, I guess in Dark Dimension 2 or 3, you know, this would work as well. But I think the jury is a little bit out on Dark Dimension 3 anyways, because the idea of, I think, gearing Wasp and Ant-Man particularly to the orange level kind of makes me barf a little bit inside, but I haven't seen any big gameplay footage on that. So all Pym Tech allies receive an additional 4,000 health. It's not really a lot there, and it bypasses heal block, which is the same as Minerva's ult. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked, which is nice for the, at least even the damage portion of it, which isn't too bad. 350% is pretty decent. Now, I'm in the way a little bit here, but if I can scroll down, the reason why you want this, of course, here, so if you see there at level 7, is that it adds an extra 5% health steal from 10 to 15% from all enemies, and that's primarily the main reason, especially if you're going to be taking her into Dark Dimension, why you're going to be wanting this at T4. So that's why I decided to do that here. 60% damage isn't too bad, but largely it's going to be that 5% health steal that you're going to want for that. So, moving on to Quantum Entanglement. This is her passive. I keep saying her passive. Ghost apparently was originally a male character and an Iron Man villain, I think, of sorts. Don't really know the whole history of that, though. So, on turn, gain Evade. On allied Pym Tech, dodge. Heal that ally for 10% of this character's max health. Now, if you're just using Ghost, really that's just going to apply to her and not anyone else. Gain 20% dodge chance plus 50% chance to counterattack. This is at level 4, so I didn't take this up to level 5. In Dark Dimension, now this is really important, especially if you're going to be running Ghost in Dark Dimension. On allied Pym Tech dodge, instead heal all Pym Tech characters for 10%. So that kind of goes back to this here, but again, if you're just running Ghost, even in Dark Dimension, it's just going to heal her. So unless you're running other Pym Tech characters in there, it's not going to change too much. If this character has 3 or more Pym Tech allies, when an enemy gains a positive effect, 75% chance to steal that effect and apply to a random Pym Tech ally. Now, again, you're not going to see this with just Ghost on your team. You're going to need at least 2 more characters with the Pym Tech tag in Dark Dimension in order to see this. So it's kind of a neat little steal, positive effects steal thing mechanic, but again, unless you're running a lot of Pym Tech characters, you're not going to see this. But what I think is going to work with just her is this part here. So on any Pym Tech's ally's turn, apply evade to that ally. So basically, whenever Ghost has her turn, she should get evade on herself during Dark Dimension. Now, and on any enemy's turn, this is basically like Yo-Yo. Apply offense down to that enemy. So this is basically Yo-Yo's passive, but only in Dark Dimension, and as far as I'm aware, this is you only need her to do this. Now, I am going to be doing other videos with testing both in Dark Dimension 2 and in Dark Dimension 3 with her, which is the whole reason why I took her up to tier 14, but for the purposes of this video, we won't be doing that here because that's going to take a little bit extra time, and we're going to need to do that separately. And then, of course, to round things off at the end, gain 10% speed, and then Pym Tech allies gain 10% speed as well. So, looking at the upgrade for level 5 really just upgrades the 5% of the healing portion. You get a little bit of extra more dodge chance and counterattack, but really it takes the counterattack from 50 to 100% and then dodge from 20 to 25. To me, that's not enough, in my opinion. Maybe if you're running the full Pym Tech team, but other than that, I don't think you need it. So really, she's not that expensive in terms of T4s. Just the T4 on the ultimate, I think, is what you need to really get her going, especially if you're just using her by herself in Dark Dimension. That's what you're going to need to be looking at. Now, we're going to the ISOs really quick. The reason why I decided the Fortifier ISO was largely with Dark Dimension in mind. So I know it's not going to be that helpful, but you do see actually what the kind of stat boost that she gets from the ISO, which is surprisingly high. 115k, really? Is that just from the ISO boost? That seems crazy. Or I don't know if that includes the the barrier. But the main reason why I did this is because if we're running her in Dark Dimension, you know that they hit fairly hard. So she's going to get on spawn. She's going to get a 20,000 barrier, which isn't terrible. On turn barrier itself for 3% of this character's max health, and so that might not be too much because her stats really aren't that high, but it will extend her survivability so that she can get her turns back around more, so she can survive long enough to get those ability energies to get her ultimate off, and therefore that's basically why you're going to want to have her for the most part. So that's really important just to keep her alive. I looked at some of the other ones and I didn't really think that it would be that good. The only other one that I thought might be useful might be Striker. And that's because the follow attack, bonus attack, I think might reduce speed bar like her basic does. And that's really the only thing I could think of. I don't think she needs healer for sure not. And Skirmisher and Raider, I don't think is going to be too effective with her because she's not all about damage. She's largely going to be in Dark Dimension for applying those deep. So I could see Skirmisher for the focus if you wanted to take up all the way to Skirmisher 5 to get that 50% focus, which is down there because my head's in the way. But other than that, I think Skirmisher is probably the only other good option for her, in my opinion, outside of Fortifier. But I am testing her out with Fortifier for just now, and we'll see how good that works when we do end up going into the Dark Dimension. So that's where she is right now. Let's look at her stats really quickly. We did see it a little bit in that Pym Tech in the ISO window there. So it says she has 115,000 hit points. I don't know if that includes the 20,000 barrier, because that seems pretty high compared to the 75,000 she had without the ISO. So I think for some reason I think this might be including the barrier with Fortifier, but I just never knew that to happen. Her stats are okay. Her speed is actually pretty decent at 113. Keep in mind though, she does get a boost of 10% speed, so that 113 is more like a almost 125 basically, with the passive in mind. So that's actually pretty good, and her dodge chance as well. And given the fact that she gets evade on her turn, I suspect her survivability will be decent, but we'll have to see when we do take her into battle into Dark Dimension. So that's all I want to say here about her kit, about her classes, and basically what we're going to be using for her which is largely Dark Dimension. So unfortunately we're not going to get to it in this video, but stay tuned when I'll be having some more Dark Dimension 2 and Dark Dimension 3 footage with her in that. So unfortunately I don't have the other Pym Tech characters in the orange gear range because I think that's a bit too much, and they're all tech, and if I do that it's going to drain potentially her being able to take her into Dark Dimension 4 with her tech gear as well. So I'm holding out on that for now, but I think standalone Ghost looks pretty good. So stay tuned for more videos on gameplay footage of Ghost. Fortunately though, it won't be for today. And so that's the end of this video for today, but like I said, there is definitely going to be some more gameplay with her, as I'm very curious how she performs both at the Dark Dimension 2 level and at Dark Dimension 3, especially since global enemies hit so hard. I want to test her survivability there as well. So stay tuned for those videos, which will be coming over the next few days, and hopefully they'll give us a good idea how she performs in these modes. Unfortunately though, I can't really spare the orange tech gear to test the wider team, but I may in the future consider adding Stature and Yellow Jacket into the orange gear range, and at least test those 3. But the thought of taking Ant-Man and Wasp to tier 13 and above really makes me barf a little. So thanks for watching my video today, and it's great to be back making videos, albeit a little bit slowly because of real life. But if you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like down below and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And of course, until next time guys, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Wylon signing out.